Hello and welcome to English Philosophy, the podcast where English meets inspiration, and stories of courage turn into life lessons. I'm your host, English Philosophy, and today's episode is about a young man who, in just 23 years, ignited the spirit of freedom across a sleeping nation. A man whose fearless voice still echoes in India's soul. Today, we explore the incredible journey of Shahid Bhagat Singh, the revolutionary, the thinker, the martyr, and the eternal symbol of resistance. Let's travel back in time and discover not just the historical facts, but the mindset and fire of a legend who dared to challenge an empire. Segment 1. Born into revolution. Bhagat Singh was born on September 28, 1907, in the village of Bunga in the Lyalpur district of Punjab, which is now in Pakistan. He was born in a family already soaked in the spirit of patriotism. His father Kishan Singh, uncle Ajit Singh, and grandfather Arjun Singh were all actively involved in the freedom struggle. The day Bhagat Singh was born, his father and uncle were released from jail. It seemed like destiny had already written a bold chapter for him. Growing up in such an environment, Bhagat wasn't a regular child. He played with toy guns and made sand forts not out of amusement, but out of imagination, of battles, of warriors, and of a free nation. When he was just 12 years old, he visited Jallianwala Bagh, where hundreds of innocent Indians were massacred by British General Dyer. This horrifying incident changed him. He collected blood-soaked soil from the ground and kept it as a reminder of British cruelty. Segment 2. Education, Ideals and Awakening. Bhagat Singh was an avid reader. He devoured books by Marx, Lenin, Chekhov, Rousseau, and many others. For him, the fight for freedom was not just about throwing out the British, it was about replacing oppression with justice, ignorance with knowledge, and fear with courage. He studied at the National College in Lahore, which was founded by Lala Lajpat Rai to promote nationalist education. Here, he was exposed to radical thinkers and writers who influenced his revolutionary ideology. Bhagat Singh wrote extensively. He believed that pen and sword can both be powerful, but it is the idea behind them that defines their value. He published articles in several journals, such as Kirti, Akali, and Pratap, and often used pseudonyms like Shahid and Balwant. Bhagat Singh used to say, "Merciless criticism and independent thinking are the two necessary traits of revolutionary thinking." Bhagat Singh. Segment 3. The rise of a revolutionary. In his late teens, Bhagat Singh joined the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, HSRA, a group that believed in armed revolution. Unlike other political movements, HSRA focused on mass awakening and bold actions to expose the British regime's brutality. In 1928, the Simon Commission arrived in India with no Indian representation. Protests erupted across the country. During one such protest in Lahore, Lala Lajpat Rai was brutally lathi-charged and died due to his injuries. Bhagat Singh was heartbroken but determined. He famously said, "The blows struck at Lala Lajpat Rai have not been in vain." He, along with Rajguru and Sukhdev, planned to kill James A. Scott, the officer responsible for Lala's death. However, in a tragic mix-up, they accidentally killed John Saunders, a junior officer. It was the beginning of Bhagat Singh's most dangerous chapter. Segment 4. Disguise and Strategy. After the killing, Bhagat Singh went underground. He shaved his beard and cut his hair, a bold move for a devout Sikh, and disguised himself to escape the police. For months, he moved from city to city, hiding and planning. But his goal was never personal safety. His aim was to make the people of India think, question, and rise. Segment 5. The Parliament bombing. In 1929, Bhagat Singh and Bhatukshwar Dutt made headlines when they threw bombs inside the Central Legislative Assembly in Delhi. The bombs were intentionally low intensity and caused no harm. Their purpose was not violence but to make the deaf hear. After the bomb, Bhagat Singh didn't flee. He threw leaflets, shouted slogans, "Inquilab Zindabad! Long live the revolution!" and surrendered. This act wasn't suicidal, it was strategic. He wanted a public trial to reach the ears of millions. Segment 6. The Jail Diaries and Hunger Strike. While in jail, Bhagat Singh turned his prison cell into a battlefield of intellect. He led a 116-day hunger strike demanding equal treatment for Indian prisoners. He wrote letters, essays, and notes that still shake readers today. He demanded better food, books for study, equal treatment as political prisoners. His body weakened, but his mind became stronger. Even British officers were stunned by his determination. Segment 7. Facing death with dignity despite global protests and public outcry. Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, and Sukhdev were sentenced to death in the Lahore conspiracy case. On March 23, 1931, the three were hanged. They were just 23, but their last hours were not of fear. Bhagat Singh read about the Russian Revolution just hours before his execution. He walked to the gallows singing, "Mera Rang de Basanti Chola." His last words? Down with British imperialism. Segment 8. What made Bhagat Singh different? Bhagat Singh was not driven by hatred. He was driven by hope. Not revenge, but reform. Not just independence, but intellectual freedom. He understood the power of the media, of speech, of unity. His actions were always symbolic, designed to educate, awaken, and unite. He believed, revolution is not the cult of the bomb and the pistol. It's the spirit of change, from within and around. Segment 9. Bhagat Singh's vision for India. Bhagat Singh envisioned an India, free from poverty, free from ignorance, built on equality and justice. He warned against blind nationalism. For him, true patriotism meant serving the people, challenging injustice, whether British or Indian. He said, "The sword of revolution is sharpened on the whetting stone of ideas." He was a secular humanist who believed religion should not divide people. His idea of freedom was comprehensive, physical, social, economic, and intellectual. Segment 10. Lessons for today's youth. Today, Bhagat Singh's story is not just history, it's a manual for changemakers. He teaches us, think critically, speak fearlessly, read deeply, act courageously. In an age of distractions, Bhagat Singh's life is a reminder to rise above the noise and live with purpose. Whether you're preparing for an exam, building a startup, or just searching for meaning, let his story fuel your passion and discipline. Segment 11. Quotes that still resonate. Let's pause and listen to some of Bhagat Singh's most powerful words. Bombs and pistols do not make a revolution. The sword of revolution is sharpened on the whetting stone of ideas. If the deaf are to hear, the sound has to be very loud. Every tiny molecule of ash is in motion with my heat. I am such a lunatic that I am free even in jail. Segment 12. Legacy of Shaheed Bhagat Singh. India has had many heroes, but Bhagat Singh stands tall, even decades after his death, because of the clarity of his vision and the depth of his sacrifice. Memorials, movies, books, and plays celebrate him, but his true tribute is when a young mind decides to think freely and act responsibly. He lives on, not in statues, but in conversations like this one, in classrooms, in books, and hopefully, in your heart. Final words. Thank you for joining me today on this inspiring journey through the life of Shaheed Bhagat Singh. Let us honor his legacy not by mourning his early death, but by living with purpose, questioning what is wrong, and never settling for less than what is just. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to share it with your friends. Subscribe to English Philosophy for more motivational content that strengthens your English and your spirit. Until next time, stay inspired, stay fearless, and remember, revolution begins in the mind. Inquilab Zindabad. Jai Hind.